It looks like a normal day at Rio Vista Park, but take a closer look. There. What's going on there?
I thought he was panning for gold.
I thought he was painting and he was making paper.
Yes, Malachi Muncie is making paper.
I'm out here almost every Friday. It's sort of dependent. There's a Google Calendar that people can email me to find out exactly what Friday, or they can just check in at Fridays afternoons to sunset. And most Fridays I'm here making paper.
But to understand why would require taking an even closer look at the walls in his apartment and at the military fatigues he wears and doesn't wear.
I served in Iraq twice. Never went to Afghanistan. My first tour was from February 14th. I got boots on ground in Kuwait. That's Valentine's Day. We landed in Kuwait.
Muncie has used about 150 uniforms in his paper-making projects over the years. Come to find out, they're the perfect ingredient for paper pulp.
I had a bunch of uniforms sitting around that I didn't really have anything to do with, but I felt obligated to carry around with me in a footlocker every time I moved. So I decided to turn those into paper.
The uniforms he wore in service have also become an ingredient for healing. For Muncie, 2 deployments to Iraq had to be addressed, somehow.
Yeah, I'm diagnosed with PTSD, yeah. I know a lot of people with PTSD that paper making and creative writing have helped.
Muncie takes military fabric like this and turns it into this. Last Friday night, he had an opportunity to show his work at the Under the Hood Cafe in Austin, an art outreach center for veterans.
Malachi's done this. You've seen the images; they're amazing. It's again, he repurposes something that he wore that he thinks contributed to something that's wrong. He's repurposed that item, that uniform, into paper. He's made these amazing images.
And you've heard of a proud parent, but what about a proud daughter?
I think he's doing a great job, and I'm helping him out a little. Makes me very happy because I have such a great dad.
So look again, a closer look. There. For Bobcat Update, I'm Jill Ament.
For 35 years, Sundance Records has been the ideal spot in San Marcos to buy music. Before iTunes, the record store was the place to pick up the latest CDs, DVDs, vinyls, and more. Store manager Greg Ellis, who years ago was Sundance's first full-time employee, says the proliferation of digitized music definitely played a role in the store's closing.
Having a record store in a college town used to be a no-brainer. Now it's almost a negative because young people are just not geared towards purchasing music anymore.
With the closing, many of the store's regular customers will be left wondering what to do now.
The closest really good record store that I know of to here would be probably like Waterloo in Austin. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Closing the store not only affects customers, it also leaves employees out of a job.
If anybody needs a 54-year-old guy that knows how to run a record store, I'm here. Come get me.
With Sundance closing, the store will offer discounts on merchandise up until its doors close on April 1st. For Bobcat Update, I'm Chelsea Smith.
San Marcos is home to several venues that host live musical performances. At times, some pretty big names show up on the marquees. The Cheatham Street Warehouse is nationally known for hosting country music stars and is the venue that introduced Country Hall of Famer George Strait to the music scene. The Warehouse's owner, Kent Finley, has served as a mentor to many rising stars, and he records several of them in his recording studio across the street.
That's all we're about is preserving and developing Texas music, and so that's what we've been doing for a while. So I hope that what we've done is made some impact.
Live performances in San Marcos can also be found at the Texas Music Theater, the Triple Crown, the Rail Yard, Tantra, Taxis, and Sean Patrick's. Singer-songwriter Brady Beal says he enjoys the San Marcos music scene.
Being very welcomed and being embraced, I mean, it's very conducive to making music. If you have people that tell you, man, you're doing a great job, I really like what you're doing, you're obviously you're gonna commit to it more and you're gonna produce more.
The popularity of the local venues is attracting larger crowds and bigger names, and San Marcos is hosting a growing number of music festivals each year, including KTSW's Mr. Fest later this month. For Bobcat Update, I'm Daniel Bowen.
You may have noticed more students on campus wearing hoodies this week. Well, there's a reason. Many of them are doing so to call attention to the Trayvon Martin case. He's the Florida teen who made national headlines when he was killed last month.
We should make a stand, and we should show that we do support them, and that we see that there is injustice and that it needs to be fixed. And so this is just an outward expression of how I feel internally.
I'm here to represent, him and in his memory. I mean, I didn't know him, but I'm sure if I did know him, I would want to be there for him.
It's in solidarity for Trayvon Martin because I believe that people should not be judged just with how they look, and people should not be able to shoot someone without having consequences for their actions, especially, if it's just because they look suspicious. I just don't think it's right.
I think it's a great cause, so if it'll raise awareness for it, I figure I can suffer the heat for a little while.
For many people with a sweet tooth, this past week has been heaven. National Chocolate Week is being celebrated. Centerpoint Station and the Fudgery are places where San Marcos chocolate lovers can go to satisfy their chocolate cravings. The stores offer a wide variety of traditional chocolate selections, including fudge, ice cream, cookies, and candies. But there's much more to be found if you're a chocolate lover who wants something new and creative. You can even drink it. Milkshakes, of course, but there's even chocolate wine if you want.
Students at Texas State now have a new place to go where they can dance and enjoy the music on the square. The Texas Music Theater on San Antonio Street has become a popular music venue downtown, offering competition for the Midnight Rodeo in Austin. TMT brings in a wide range of bands. Most can be seen for free, but bigger name acts like Los Lonely Boys and Blue October require a cover charge. The theater has been open since last March.
The number of bike riders on the Texas State campus is continuously growing. In an effort to ensure the safety of riders, Texas State offers assistance with all your bike needs. The Bike Cave, located in the Colorado building, can help with repairs to your bike and even has bikes for sale. For more information, head on over to the Bike Cave or visit thebikecave.org.
We're ready in studio.
Awesome. All right, ready in control room, right? All right. Ready to fade up on Still Star with music in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade up. Music full. Ready to dissolve to camera 1. Ready to mic and cue. Dissolve, mic and cue.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's episode of Bobcat Beat. I'm your host, Lauren Taylor. Today we'll be talking with a very interesting and talented young man, Chris Salazar, who stars in a Texas State mystery suspense film called What Happened to Boko.
Take 2.
Welcome to the show, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me on here today. It was a little difficult.
Ready to take 1?
Squeezing this little show in, but I managed to do so with the help of my amazing secretary.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you could fit us in. Let's start with a little background. When did you first get your start in acting?
Take 2.
Take 2. Wow. Well, I actually didn't start off as an actor. I moved over to LA when I got out of school, and immediately got into the profession of being a stunt double. My first job that I really landed, my first big break, was I was a stunt double for Shia LaBeouf in the Transformer movie, just Transformer 1. So, you know, it was pretty nice. From there, I met Megan Fox. I was with her for a little bit, and in turn, I met her talent agent. And, you know, the rest is pretty much history. He saw some pretty big potential in me as an actor, and, well, as you see with Megan Fox, he kind of dumped her off, and, well, here I am today.
So would you say that the talent manager dumped her and you dumped her as well?
Absolutely. You know, you got to keep moving forward in these tough economic times. You know, you need a girl that is as valuable as you are yourself.
So you don't think Megan Fox is valuable in Hollywood anymore?
Well, she's valuable for.
All right, Sam, if you could wrap her up.
You know what I mean?
Awesome. Well, that's really fascinating. I know our viewers and myself will want to know more about you and the movie. We'll be right back with more questions for Chris right after this message.
Play. Up.
The San Marcos Police Department is dedicated to protecting and serving the community in and around Hays County. With a diverse staff of over 50 officers, the San Marcos Police Department
I'm just going to have you
utilizes
give
a
each
number
one of them
of
a
unique
little bit of
resources.
looking room. Give LT
Prospects
just a little
receive
bit to
specialized
the right.
training in ethics and discipline, self-defense
And camera 2 a little bit to the
tactics,
left.
including how to disarm
What
and
was that,
disable,
camera one?
Camera 1, just a little bit of looking room
investigative
to
techniques, and the latest
right
in technology
for LT.
and weaponry.
Too much.
Career opportunities are vast.
That's good.
There are over a dozen job assignments, which
Yeah, that's
include
good. Thank you, guys.
bicycle and motorcycle units, detective, narcotics, K9, patrol, and SWAT. The San Marcos Police Department makes
All right, ready
protecting
to
our
dissolve the
citizens
camera
its
one.
#1 priority.
Ready to
You
mic
too
and cue
can
her.
do your part. The San Marcos Police Department is located at 2300 South I-835. Stop by today for information on how to join.
Dissolve mic and cue.
Welcome back. For those of you just tuning in, we have Chris Salazar talking about his upcoming film. So what is the film about?
Take 2.
Well, the film is pretty much something I've never done before, but it's pretty popular in Hollywood these days. It's the biopic, you know, the classic biopic about Boko the Bobcat. You know, it's a rise and fall story. There's comedy in it, there's love in it, there's violence, there's drug abuse. I mean, it pretty much captures Boko 1. Of course, there is Boko 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Boko 1 has since retired from the spotlight. But it captures his rise and fall from our beloved mascot to Texas State all the way down to, well, he lives in a cave in Canyon Lake these days.
Wow, well, I understand that he is the reason we are now Texas State rather than Southwest Texas. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. One of the major points in the film, which is based on like an actual event in his life, was his pretty much the climactic fall of Boko 1, which was at the homecoming game in the late 70s. He
All right, Sam, get ready
started
to wrap him up and
experimenting
let
with
him know that
drugs,
he's going to be going to camera 2.
pretty much he attacked a cheerleader and mauled a couple of spectators.
Wow, well, that is definitely scary. Is Bobcat 1 now in the witness protection program so hunters don't shoot him?
Absolutely. I mean, he is considered an endangered species because he is, you know, the only mascot out there to be protected by that. So, you know, yeah, he is protected. But, Lauren, I would like to just take this quick moment to
Ready
invite
to
all of
cue
the
her
Texas
over to
State
1.
and San Marcos to come out and support me in this movie. I'm sure you'll love it, and I promise there will be much more to come in the future.
Cue her?
Well, that sounds great. I'm sure you'll be getting a lot of support. I would like to thank Chris for being here, and I would like to thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we talk about the growing popularity of Frisbee Dan. Until then, have a great afternoon.
Dissolve to 3. And fade to black.